Vince needs to see you, dude.
Thanks.
Idiot.
That's gonna be sore tomorrow. This can't be good for me, but I feel great. Sorry. I feel better already.
Hey, the Pride Parade was last week.
Don't crowd, there's plenty for everyone.
Stop! Got the scumbag right here.
Stop right there! Stop! Get the hell out of here!
Get out of here! You lunatic!
Stop right there! Stop right there! Freeze!
Okay, you're coming with me.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great. My spine is working out. Right in the stuff. Ow.
I've got the perp in view. Stop or I'll shoot!
Look at him oppressing us! Suspect sighted. Freeze! Stop or I'll freeze!
This fuck. Have a nice day.
Stop! Stop! Stop right there! Stop or I'll shoot! Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Freeze!
My president is Chuck Heston. Here's your rebate, you damn dirty apes. Fuck. Shit.
Got the scumbag right here. Stop! Suspect sighted. Drop the weapon or I'll shoot!
I suppose it would have been politically correct to kill the women and the minority first. Sorry. Butt sauce.
CT rocket activated.
Stop or I'll shoot! Freeze!
Today's the first.
Stop that guy! He's a killer!
Slow roasted goodness.
Got the scumbag.
Say, that actually smells kind of good.
Seeking rocket activated.
Excuse me while I push my intros back in.
That stuff really works.
Oh, my nads.
You can't do that to me!
I definitely need more of that. I regret nothing.